Hey everyone on YouTube, this is Levi2896. I'm just gonna go over some of the stuff that I do preparing for winter. This is one of my ice rods. It's got a Mitchell Advocate S2000R on it. It's got the rear drag, pretty nice. And this right here is my handiwork. I've got thread, gold thread for rod wrapping and stuff. I put a hook keeper on there. All that blue is my work. And this pole, what I did is I put on a couple extra guides. That's a factory guide. All the blue wrapped guides are mine. I put on 3 more guides and then a spring tip bobber. And the rod definitely bends a lot easier. There's not as much line tension on it. And then what I do is I've had this stuff really work for me. It's called Real Magic. And you can use it for all sorts of different stuff. I use it on my guns and stuff. And it's basically what it does is it protects from UV rays and it reduces corrosion, and you can't smell it or anything. And it doesn't stain it. It's not sticky, nothing. I mean, it is just wonderful. And if you put it on your fishing line, like I do, I just spray like the whole reel. I'll spray it, like just cover the whole thing and my rods. And if you just spray it like that and you let it dry, your line will stay limp as long as, I mean, it eventually washes off. This is another one of my poles. It eventually washes off, like after probably average day out fishing. I usually come back and spray it back on. But otherwise, I mean, it'll last forever if you don't use it. And your rod, this rod has been in the sun a lot, and I sprayed that UV protectant on it, and it's still got its factory shine, and this rod's over 10 years old. And I spray it on all my lures too, all my jigs that I make. And this is another pole. This is actually a fiberglass rod. It's 30-inch South Bend. Very, very ultralight. I got 2 pound on it, and a Castmaster spoon with a Haley chain. Alright. Then one of my buddies one time was messing around trying to catch some bass, and he had a Fenwick HMX. It was I believe it was a 6 foot, it says right there. 6 foot. And it was ultralight. And that gold is all mine. I refitted it. This right here was the bottom half. This right here was your top half. And right there's where it joins, so I made it look all pretty. And I added 3 guides to this too. All the green was mine. And then it's got a Shakespeare Sigma 2000 or 200. It's a 200. But very nice pole. And I got it basically for free because he was going to just throw it in the garbage. And I measured it, it's about 3 feet. And very nice rod. And I'm just going to go over some of the lines that I use. I use Stren 2 pound. That's the blue stuff. I use Tri-Line. That's the 3 pound. That's what's on that Mitchell. And on that Glacier Bay right there. And I use Spider Wire Triple X Supermono 6 pound. I use some of that on my summer fishing poles, which I'll show you. And I recently got a Abu Garcia Vendetta fishing rod. It's sitting there on the rod holder. It's top one. Very nice rod, very balanced, tuned, very nice. And the bottom 2 are Ugly Sticks, 7-footers, Ugly Stick Lights. They're Ugly Stick Light Pros. They have a Abu Garcia 102i spinning reels on them. I use those for crappies and the baitcaster for bass and northern. And this is my boat again. Gotta get it ready to put away for the winter here pretty soon. It's supposed to snow tonight. Then this is my big suitcase with a tackle box. 732.0. Got side compartments right here and right here, and then I've got two top compartments, one right there, one right here. And this whole thing right here flips up. I got my plastics in there. And this right here is a compartment that's got 3 large boxes in it. And I got all my lures, well, most of my lures in there. And I got another tackle box. That's an 8-tray tackle box. And I've got another single one of lures that I just got. I know a guy that recently moved to Texas, and he's 50s, 60s, and he had a whole bunch of these lures, and he's never going to use them again. It's a Smithwick. This right here is a Rapala skitter prop, or skitter pop, sorry. These are Rebel crawfish. These right here are Rebels, this one, and this one right here. I can't remember the name of them. They're spoonbill minnows, that's what they are. And then this right here is a Zara Spook. Very good bait. This is a torpedo. That's just a bucktail jig that I made. This right here, I have no clue what this is, but it works really good. It's a Mans. I don't know the name of it. This right here is a creek chub. See that? And that's just a crankbait, deep diving. And a buzzbait right there. Got a lot of fishing stuff, but I use it all too, so that's the main thing. And then we've got we've got 3 4-wheelers, but one's in the shop right now. This is Suzuki LTR 230R. And this is Suzuki King Quad LTF 300F. It's a 300. Then we have a Kawasaki Mule 3010. It's just a gas. I wish we had a diesel one. I think it sounds freaking awesome. And we also have a 1987 Honda 250R. It's a 4-stroke. That thing's got balls. And then up here is all my jig making stuff. I make jigs for a hobby. I use ProTech paint. You gotta go ProTech or go home. These things are so simple to use. It's unbelievable. All you do is you take a propane torch like that. In my 1/4 ounce jigs I make, all I have to do is hold it just at the end of the flame, like right about here, I'd say. And I just go like, just flip it over and just barely leave it in the flame. And then this is all my jigs that I've made. There's all my paint in there too. But I've got orange glow. I've got green chartreuse. It's like a mix of high-vis green and high-vis yellow. It's almost like that, but it's not. It's this stuff right here. Then I've got the yellow like this. And then I've got pink. And then I've got Super Glow white, Super Glow orange, and then I've got the UV blast I use for a clear coat on all my jigs. These are for sale. If you want me to make some, I can ship them. Or else, if you want to pick them up, just send me an email or comment on this video. And I can get your information, and we can work it out from there. But otherwise, I do make rods and stuff. I got all the guides, all the thread. You can make them to custom specifications if you want me to. But I built my own St. Croix, 6'6" Premier St. Croix, and I absolutely love it because I made it myself. So, alright, this concludes the final video, and pretty soon here, if the snow flies, I'll be adding a video of that King Quad with our 60-inch Cycle Country plow. So, stay tuned for that. Subscribe. And I've also got F450 Ford with a 9'6" Western MVP Plus plow. It's a trip edge, so be looking forward to all the other videos. Alright, talk to you later. Have a good night, day, whatever.